There are a lot of terrifying and frightening events that have already happened around the world. Many people may not believe these events, but the facts, and records prove the truth of these events. As we hear horror stories inspired by imagination, there are also horror stories that have already happened, and even confessions from the owners of these stories. And today our story is entitled The Story of the Death Farm, where the events of this story take place in the province of Qatif in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So we hope that you enjoy this story, and we hope that you like it. Before we tell our story today, we have to remember events similar to this story, but it happened in the United States of America. In 1978, the police found inside a farm the body of 900 people. All the bodies belonged to one of the religious sects, which decided to commit suicide en masse until they enter heaven together. There was a common belief among them that it is better to die collectively so that they get bliss in the hereafter. We come to our story today, which happened in 2015 in one of the Arab countries, specifically in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, in the Safwa area of Qatif Governorate, where there was one of the people who owns a large farm, and the owner of the farm would like to rent it. So he rented it from him by someone who was managing it. And after the end of the lease contract, the farm owner decided to take his farm and do some maintenance matters, as he decided to install sewage pipes. The owner of the farm was doing excavation work to install sewage pipes and was surprised to find a body buried in his farm. Immediately, the owner of the farm went to the police station and reported the incident to them. So the security forces and forensic medicine attended. The biggest problem was that the owner of the farm did not rent it to one person but several people over the past years. So there are many people suspected of being responsible. The owner of the farm would have liked to finish the maintenance work quickly, so he let the police do the investigation and search, and this person completed the excavation operations to make the biggest surprise. The owner of the farm found 4 other bodies. This time it was different. There is a body of corpses that was found among her clothes on proof of identity, in addition to a ring bearing the name of the wife. Already after reviewing the data by the police, it was confirmed that the name engraved on the ring is indeed the wife of the owner of the body. The police arrested all the arrivals who had a connection with this dead person. Also, the forensic medicine discovered that the last 4 bodies had been buried alive, thus turning the matter into a criminal case. The 5th body had been beaten and stabbed before it was buried, and therefore this body was buried while it was dead. Then the police arrested more than 26 people of Indian nationality, all of whom have a relationship with the bodies. The strange thing is that the owners of the bodies were working in different professions. So what brought them together on the farm? This is the mystery that the police were looking for an answer to. We should know that the 5 bodies that were discovered on the farm are the bodies of Indian people, some of whom worked as a carpenter, and another worked in grocery stores and so on. And after interrogations and investigations, all the arrested persons denied their connection to the bodies, as the arrested Indians thought that the owners of these bodies left the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And after more investigations, interrogations, and forensic evidence, the police were finally able to determine the time of death of these Indians, where it was the year of death 5 years ago, i.e. in the year 2010. The police searched for the person who rented the farm in 2010 to discover that he was a Saudi citizen from the people of the city of Al-Safwa itself. And after his arrest, this person confessed to everything, as he admitted that he was renting the farm to make liquor in it, and that these 5 were working with him in making liquor and selling it to foreign labor located in Qatif Governorate. And this person was earning a lot of money because of the sale of liquor. This Saudi person discovered that these 5 were stealing him and selling a share of alcohol for their benefit, so he decided to punish them, as he turned them around in one of the sessions and made them drink a lot of wine until they became drunk. And with the help of 2 of his relatives, this man killed one of the Indian workers, and because the rest were drunk losing powers, he tied them up and buried them alive, thus bringing down the curtain on the issue of the death farm.
This case was a matter of public opinion and occupied all the media. And after deliberations in the courts, this Saudi person and his 2 relatives were sentenced to death by hudud, and 3 Indian workers in the city of Al-Safwa were also sentenced to flogging and imprisonment because they were working in the sale of liquor for the benefit of this Saudi man, thus ending the events of one of the most mysterious stories in the history of Saudi Arabia. And before you leave the channel, I postpone you to subscribe and activate the bell button to receive everything new, and do not forget to support the video with likes, and thank you, my dear friend.